Yo, what's going on, guys? King Kachi, King of Platinum, once again. Welcome back to another video, another build video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more Warframe content and streams. Now, let's get right to it. My strongest Loki build for long survival runs. Loki is not made for damaging purposes. Loki was never meant for all the whole damage shenanigans like most frames are. But he is meant for the duration, the efficiency, and range. I'm going to emphasize range, because you're mainly going to be using his second and his fourth. Radial disarm, invincibility. When it comes to Loki, stealth is key. And if you want to keep deceiving your enemies, you want to go invis, and then you want to disarm the crap out of them. When you disarm enemies, their weapons will be disrupted, rendered useless, and they'll be forced to revert to melee combat. Alright? In survival runs, Loki is without question the best Warframe to have on your squad, because when you're in a 5, 6, 7 hour runs and beyond, Loki is needed immensely, because you're going to be bombarded with rockets, you're going to be bombarded with a whole bunch of bullets, and you're going to be like, man, I need something. I need a frame that could get rid of these guys' weapons fast and in a hurry. You want a Loki on your squad, because all it takes is one swing of his hand and all of the weapons from the enemies will be rendered useless. Go invis, disarm them, and then you start going to town on these fools. All the slash procs, all of the craziness that's going to be happening to them, they will not stand a chance. Go invis again. His senses are messed up. He doesn't know exactly where I'm at. And as a result, he will be dead. That is Loki in a nutshell. Disarm enemies. Once you disarm them, whip out your melee weapon and go to town on them. What you can also do to make Loki's disarm even more effective, but this comes down to placement and you being careful, because even though they're irradiating disarmed, get hit with that confusion from radiating disarm, the augment for his disarm ability. The radiation, they will attack each other. If you go in between them fighting each other, you can't get hit and you will end up going down even though they can't see you. So what I would like to do, if I have irradiant disarm, while they're clumped up together, you could use phantasm, you could use weapons that will bring some kind of radial effect to them. This is where is it? The Czar comes into play, because since my Czar is built for the whole blast and viral shenanigans, I will be hitting them with that slash and viral cheese on top of them with the radiation, so they'll be doing more damage to each other. Alright, so here this goes. I'll go this, disarm the crap out of them, they'll start firing amongst each other, and as you see, the radiation start kicking them in the ass right there. And as you can see, the radiation does more damage to them while they're flailing away and whacking at each other. He will be dead. Bang. And he's dead. Loki makes things so much easier, not only for himself, but to his team as well. It doesn't matter if it's a defense, mobile defense, exterminate, survival, disruption. Having a Loki on your squad is key. And I remember years ago, when you ever go in the void and doing a defense mission, guys will be like, yo, who has a Loki? Who has a Loki? If you have a Loki, make sure you're good with that Loki, because if you're garbage, guys will kick you out of the squad. They will flat out disband the squad and bring back the people that are good with Loki. They will flat out block you. Alright? That's how OP Loki was and is. It's just that in today's Warframe, people don't do that when it comes to a Loki being trash. They'll be like, oh, it's alright, it's alright. You know, he's trying at least. He's compromising the team by not doing his job, which is to disarm. That's what Loki is there to do. Loki is meant to disarm guys, and once they're disarmed, you can attack them. Now, if you get whacked upside the head from an enemy, well, that's on you. I'm going to let you know, that's on you. Hit him with that. See that? Like, practically, he's about to beat his end. Bang, dead. So it doesn't matter what weapons you really wield with Loki, you just have to complement it with his abilities. Now, you can use your decoy and you can also use your switch teleport depending on the situation. But if you're going into a long duration survival, you want to go with the setup of having Irradiating disarm for your disarm ability, or you could just swap that out and have more range so that you could get rid of enemies' weapons that much quickly. Cover the whole field. But having this in there is really good for utility purposes, because when you hit enemies while they're being in radiation for at least 9 seconds, but as far as with my build, you have at least 13. So once you have Radiating disarm, it tells you it has 9 seconds, but it's going off of basically duration. So you have 13.95. So just say 14 seconds, which is more than enough for you to do as much damage as possible to them, and they'll end up killing themselves most likely, or they'll just be taking more damage. All right, so you could have it like this, or you could just take this out and have Augur reach in there to cover more range. It's up to you how you want to build your Loki. Loki is my favorite frame. It doesn't matter what prime coming in the game and all of that stuff, and people be asking me what's my favorite Warframe and all of this stuff. It will always be Loki. It will always be Loki. Loki is still better than most frames in this game. Just from the mere fact that I could take away enemies' weapons and last longer puts them in a different category. I don't need to damage my enemies when it comes to my abilities. Just by me taking away their weapons, I already won half the battle. It's just going to come down to me using my melee weapon and becoming invisible and taking them out. Boom. So that's my Loki build right there. Simple, straightforward, to the point. 155 duration, 130 efficiency, 250 range, or 280, and have a power strength of 40 or less. That's it. Nothing else more when it comes to Loki. He's that